If you want to see me swatch this palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. Yes, I'm going to play with this palette today. It is the Mothership VII Midnight Sun, I believe, if I'm right. No, Mothership VI. It is not 7. Mothership VI Midnight Sun. And it really is the packaging that is amazing, isn't it? I love all of this type of style of packaging. There's one palette that I love the inside of, which is La Vie en Rose, the big one, 10 pan like this one. But I don't like the artwork as much on that palette as I like this one, although that other one's probably the next one that I want to get. I have quite a few Pat McGrath palettes at this point. I think I have one where I'm showing most of them. I'll make sure I link at least one other Pat McGrath video for you if you're curious. And since there's a lot going on with sales right now, I thought you would want to see this palette sooner than later, although it's been all over the internet for a long time. And this is what it looks like. And I was really intrigued by this palette for the most part, believe it or not, for a color that doesn't make any sense. I'm attracted to this green and I have green eyes. And usually you want a contrasting color and not a color that is very close to your eyes, unless you're really looking for the monochromatic. But for my eyes, as far as wanting a very natural look, these 5 would look fantastic. And I'm kind of curious to know how special these shadows are on the other end. I guess we're going to find out because I'm going to swatch today. And if you want to see the swatches for this particular quad, I will leave that right there for you. Okay, let's get to swatching. I think I'm going to do 4, 4, and 2. So I'm going to do this set of 4, then this set of 4, and then the last 2 at the end. And I think that that's going to work well because the first 4 are very neutral and would look really good together, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. I'm thinking, you know what, I'm going to do 3 and 3. I'm changing my mind. I'm going to do 3 up here and then these 3 because I think that it'll be better swatched with just the 3 primary fingers. The pinky sometimes doesn't do eyeshadow justice, and I just want to give this palette its fair shot. Okay, so here we go. And I'm not going to give you the names. These are the top 3 shadows in the palette, going from left to right. I find that the names that Pat gives her colors just over the top and they just annoy me. Am I the only one that thinks that? Just give me the shadows. I prefer short and sweet, and boy was I a mess with this last one. But the color payoff, you cannot argue with that. Holy cow. That terracotta got all over my hand. Okay, so let me just go in a second time. I do like the first 2. They're very tacky. I think they would do well on the eye. And this rusty color matte is beautiful. It looks a lot deeper once it's on the skin than it does in the pan. Yeah, these 3 are quite nice. And so far, I would see a combo with these 2 as my preference. Wow, it really is saturated color. That is just, wow. I don't know, it has this staying power on my fingers that makes it feel like if I use these 3 shadows, that look is not going anywhere. I'm speaking of look, if you're curious how I created this look, you might be surprised at what I used, and I'll put that video right there. Let me wipe my hands and we can keep going. Okay, the first 2 colors came off well, but look at that terracotta. It is not budging. It is not wanting to go anywhere. I think it's just, it has actually stained my finger. So I'm just going to wipe what I can off, and we're just going to keep going. Okay, so we did the first three. These three. Now we're going to keep going in order with these three, and I really like this combination a whole lot. A deep espresso brown is absolutely up my alley, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Then we've got a medium chocolate brown and this gorgeous, gorgeous olive. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful, despite my dry fingers. Okay, so here's the deep espresso brown that has a little purple undertone by what I can see, or at least gray undertone, but it looks like it pulled a little bit purple. Maybe we'll know better on the second go. And this kind of, it's more like a camel color. I thought it was going to be more of a medium brown, but it's more camel. And now look at this goodness. That is beautiful. It almost does not need a second swatch. Look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, fingers, and let's dive in a second time. My hands are dry. My apologies. Even have a lipstick stain on my index finger. Okay, here we go. And let's go for the second swatch. Oh yeah, that builds up beautifully. Those mattes, they are not kidding. And mattes sometimes are hard to swatch. These are fine. Fine in both senses of the word. Fine and finely milled. And this one did not need a second swatch. Just like these two at the front here did not need a second swatch. Okay, I am really enjoying this palette, and when I look at these colors, they are just Christmas colors, aren't they? Or holiday colors, whatever you'd want to call it. This is the perfect palette. I'm glad I did not start playing with it during my birthday, early September. I think this is a Christmas palette. So this is good. This is a good time of year. Good, okay, well, there you go. I will be exploring this palette as I do some Christmas looks. If you want to see a Christmas look with this palette, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear if that is something you'd be interested in. Now I'm going to go to these, what's usually the special shades. So we're going to do these two first, and then these two second. Okay, so, and as I show you the pans, and I flip the palette over, I am gripping this palette so hard. I do not want to drop it. That would be horrible. Oh, this coppery color is really gritty. Just thought I would mention. Actually, both of these top colors are really gritty. So they must have some impact. That texture was chosen. Okay, so this would be a patting color. It's very gritty. Same thing with this one, I'm sure. I'm going to try to swatch it, but I'm patting it down as well. So I'm going to do a second pass on those two. They're very, very showy colors. They feel very gritty compared to the other pans, but they don't feel, don't seem to be that different from the first few that we've swatched so far. Isn't that interesting? Wonder if there would be a lot of fallout with these two. And when I do swatches videos, I try not to have looked at anything else that is already online, because I want to give you my impressions. And if I watch other people's videos, I can't give you my impressions because they will be tainted by what I've seen and heard. So the only way I knew about this palette was through there were some ranking videos where I would see the palette, but I haven't seen looks with it, and I haven't seen swatches. I just wanted to make up my own mind, and I knew that I liked the color story, so that was the draw. Now this one I'm really curious about. I don't know if I'm going to like this one, but this one, oh yeah. So these are the last two, so let's dig in. Making sure I don't have anything left on my fingers. Oh yeah, this is neat. This would be a good combo for the quad that is, what's it called, Fleur. Let me just check. As I was ready to check, I remembered. Fleur Fantasia is a quad that I could see myself pairing this shadow with. Oh wow. Oh, yeah, and this is a topper. This is a translucent base. That is really nice. Do you see? That is really nice. Okay, let's just do another swatch. Oh yeah, this last color, yeah. I am all over that one for sure. Oh gosh. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So it's almost like there was this color added to the mix to make sure there was a cool shadow, a cool tone shadow, because most of it is relatively warm. This one you could argue is also cool. This one's a topper. But when I really look at it, I mean, come on. Just look at, I'm going to go even this far. Just look at this series. Would you not say that that's a Christmas palette or a holiday palette this time of year? Rich, deep colors, colors that make you think of poinsettias, that make you think of deep desserts with that chocolate. It just, to me, it just screams a whole lot of holiday season. And I'm just, yeah, it's perfect timing as far as I'm concerned to play with these colors. If you have that palette and you haven't thought of it as a Christmas palette, I would definitely invite a reconsideration. I mean, I'm definitely going to go after all these colors for sure. Oh my gosh, and this is a topper. Are you kidding me? Oh, oh. Okay, it it has my attention in a really, really big way. If you want to see a look with this palette sooner than later, let me know. And if you have a specific color combo that you would like me to execute, I don't have a problem with that at all, especially since I think that most of these would work really, really well together in all sorts of ways. So yeah, and I think that this kind of a brick, it's almost like a brick red pulling on the maroon, would look really great with a green eye combo. So yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. If you have this palette and you have favorite combinations too, if you have some suggestions, I'd take that as well as just outright requests. And yeah, with that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these swatches as much as I enjoyed producing them for you. Let me know in the comments what you think, and see you in the next video. But for now, take care.